Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraph Creative Space. I'm Lori, and today we're going to continue on with the Scrappy Journal cover that we started in the last segment. But first I want to share a tip with you that I learned when I was making some more envelope strips for security envelope strips for this project. We usually open ours across the top, and I like to save the window portions of these for a project to come in the future. And so I thought I would share with you that I use a letter opener, kind of a dull letter opener, not anything really sharp, so you still get a bit of torn edge, but it's faster and I think a bit easier to use the letter opener to separate your envelopes. I also found that oh, excuse me, I have a whole stack of them, so I did one end first and then I went back and did these two sides, so the short end and the long end, and I start by the end where the window is, keep my hand over it so I don't tear that. I had better luck. So I've done a whole bunch of these at this point. Also, if you're doing ones that like the return envelopes that don't have a window in them, I just slit the two edges depending on the pattern on the inside. And this one goes all the way across, so I will just leave that, and then I'll come back with my ruler and tear this. Now, I did have some cut edges on, well, excuse me, boy, yeah, coughing today, on some of the pieces I used in the other scrappy cover that I was working on, and I found that the cut edges didn't blend as well as a torn edge. It can be a straight torn edge or a true torn edge, but for whatever reason, that soft edge on the paper made it blend in better with the book page that we put down, or that I put down on that particular piece. So that's one tip for today. So hopefully maybe that will help you a little bit. Put my ruler away because I don't think I'm going to need that. It'll be handy in case I do. Letter opener away as well. Oh, once again, forgot to write down the time. Hopefully I haven't been chattering away too long there, so it'll give me an idea of how long I'm keeping you. So I did lots of security envelopes to add because we were talking about, or I was talking about, trying to keep this using junk mail or scraps, and these definitely count as scraps and stuff that would have gone into my recycle bin. So I thought, sure, why not? Let's use these, and I love these security envelopes. Okay, I'm going to try a different glue stick. This is the Elmer's Extra Strength glue stick, so let's see how this works. I'm just going to dive in and start putting a few of these down. I'm not going to cover the entire cover. I'm just going to kind of use this to break up the text from the book page that I used to cover the envelope. Hopefully you've seen the first part of this project. If not, please go watch that video. I will I still haven't figured out how to do the links in the description box, but you know, learning curve. I do have a playlist for this. Oh, there's not stick down. I do have a playlist for this particular project. Let's see, what else have I got already torn? there's so many great patterns in these security envelopes that I even have some that are blue. I've decided I think I'll stick with the neutrals for this one because I have an idea for the blue for another project. And I don't have as many of those, so. Now, mind you, I have been saving envelopes for quite some time to get the amount that I have, so we don't get this much mail in a short period of time, but I hate to throw away envelopes, so I snag them, keep them in my stash. And I got a bunch. Okay. We'll do a few more of these. So you kind of get the idea. There's really no rhyme or reason to where I put them. Like I said, it is mostly what I'm thinking is just to break up the text of the book page that I used to cover this one I think is the Amazon envelope. The other one was another envelope that I got in the mail, or my husband got, I think, probably. Set these down. You can always come back, and I did come back after I glued the book page down, and if I had any loose edges, I went under it with a little bit of my art glitter glue, just to kind of tack them down so I didn't catch them when I was doing the other layers. I will eventually, once this is fully decorated, I will use probably the Distress Collage medium or another matte media sealer over the top of this project once it's really done. But this is just the second step. And of course, you don't have to do this stage if you don't want to. Just gives you a little bit more texture and a little bit of visual interest on the journal cover itself. And I love collage, so any excuse to collage makes me a little bit happier person. Happy person anyway, but I do love collage. There's something very soothing about gluing pieces of paper together. So, and of course you don't have to use long strips. You can use small strips. You can use other book page. You can use scrapbook paper. Use any number of things for this this part of the project. But since we are started with our scrappy ideas, I thought, why not to carry on? And I have kind of bent this one so I see where my fold will be. I don't necessarily want to have little strips on the fold. Or the spine, as it would be, since this is going to be a journal. But it's not the end of the world if you do. Matter of fact, in this case, I think I did. And so I just went back with a wider piece of book page and glued it down so that I didn't have so many little edges popping up. So I guess that's another tip for your edges. Go ahead and use something a little wider if you want to make life a little bit easier on yourself. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do that from distance. Let's put the pin in here. I feel like I'm not speaking loudly or clearly today. I'll try to do better. I know one of my videos I was kind of quiet. And that's a byproduct of being in the house by myself and not completely alone, because you know the kitties are here, but you don't like it if I speak loudly. So I tend to speak softly around the house, and that doesn't always make for the best audio content on my videos. So I'm trying to be mindful of that and do better. Okay. I'm really not catching my edges today, but that's okay. Let's see, So this is kind of the beginning. I think I'll do one more strip, and then we'll move along. So I think you got the idea of adding something to adding another layer. And you can also do the same to the inside if you want. I tend to use more either sometimes a piece of fabric or digital or something probably closer to the theme of my journal that I'm going to use the cover for. So there we go. We got those done. I have so many pieces left. Lots of scraps to use. Lots and lots of scraps. So I'll set this one over here to dry, and then I will bring in the one that I already worked on for you so you can see what it looks like. I put the security envelope strips down, and then I went back with some scraps of book page and laid those down. I haven't done anything. Well, I did a little bit to this side. Oh, another tip. If you find the edges of this are a little bit too loose for you, loose is the wrong word, since it doesn't wrap over always, I took some long strips of book page. Once again, you could use anything you want, and just made it wide enough so that it folded over and glued down. And that's what I did on this one. No, this one, some of the edges. Yeah, I think I did do that on that edge, on the top edge, top bottom, just so that it was a bit smoother because it was bothering me. I also did it on the front edge. No, I didn't. Oh, I did on the front edge of this one, so that they were smoother. I like this rough edge on mine, but as you can see, I still haven't gotten it glued down super well after a couple of tries. So it might be easier if you want to do a little wider strip of your book page and then wrap it around on all four of your edges, just so that it's good and sealed. And that way you don't have to worry about anything peeling up. Let's put quite a bit of hard glitter glue in there. Let's burnish that down. Oh. My green mat is textured, so it makes a funny noise. But, you know, it's personal preference. So now that we've gotten to this state, I've used lots of the bits and pieces from book page that I had pulled for other projects. And we can look at adding some color, or, you know, even I was considering going back in with this one and adding a little bit of brown paper. I may not. I might use that one a little more on the inside. I do like my book page and stuff in there, but that's another idea. Packing paper, you know, that it tears really lovely unevenly. If you ever want a straight tear, that's more of a challenge. But this is a great option if you want more contrast in your cover, or if you're going to use tea-stained or coffee-dyed papers in your covers. Brown paper is excellent for that. I thought we might talk a little bit too about using junk mail to actually decorate your cover. I don't know, like an auto. Somebody wants to give me a loan, I guess. But this has this great picture of a car, so I thought that might be kind of a fun image to use. Depends what you're going to do with it. Birds and Blooms magazine I used to subscribe to, and their stuff that comes has lots of really bright color, fun things that I don't know that would necessarily be a focal point, but if you were going to do a bird journal, these would be kind of fun to mix in with your other page scraps. What else do I have? Oh, here's another idea for you. I love postage stamps, as you may have heard me say. So when I was at one of my favorite flea markets, the Thieves Market, which this is the weekend for it again, I bought a bag of postage that had been cut off of envelopes. And it's from, oh, I don't know, what is this? This is 1992. This one's also 1992. But I thought this might be a really fun element to use for this journal, since I haven't quite decided what I'm going to, I guess it's going to be a true junk journal. So these might be nice little bits of color. These are all from 1992. It must have been the layer I was in, because I know I've got some that are older than that and likely something newer. So you could use any kind of mail you have. Or if you don't have, these are easy enough to create. Little bits of scrapbook paper. You can cut your own stamps, and if you have rubber stamps that are kind of postage in appearance, you can use those as well. I love these metered stamps. I guess that's what you call them. I don't know, meter marks, postage meter marks. I think they are, I don't know why I like them so much, but I think they're really kind of a fun graphic that's kind of an everyday thing, although it's getting to be less and less so. Let's see, okay, here we go. Here's one from 1983. I knew I had some older ones. And this was a pre-printed envelope. So stamps would probably be a good option. So let's work with these. Let's see. This is going to be an eclectic cover, because I did not pull out ones that are necessarily cohesive as a finished project. And of course, you don't have to do your whole cover in something like this. You can do, add these in just as another layer, and then come back in with a stronger focal image. I have some of my digitals that I was thinking about using on these covers. There's also, I have some book page, some images that I really liked. I love flowers. So, you can do a combination. Maybe we'll do a combination. Okay, baby. Let's see. Like flowers. So we'll go flowers here, panda here. Where do I want to put this one? No, too graphic. Too strong with this headline there, I think. This is a soft one. Oh, I think this one's really funny. I had forgotten that they did advertising in these. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I have the cough today. Although the weather's changing again, so that may be it. Let me get a sip of water real quick, so maybe I can stop coughing in your ears. But I had forgotten that they did advertising on these, and this is one from 1978. I knew I had some older ones. So let's use that one there. Maybe we can put the panda here. And put this one here. Okay. This one here. This one here. Too contrasty for this. Okay. Sorry. Indecisions. Okay. I'm going to try the glue stick on this. No, I'm not. I'm going to use the art glitter glue because I know it will stick. And since I have several layers under it, I don't know if I might have got a little excess glue there. So put some art glitter glue on here. Although maybe I should do a combination of the two. Next one we'll do a combination of glue stick and the art glitter glue and see how that holds up. But as I keep saying, we will be coming back over this with a glue sealer, matte medium, or Mod, I guess you could even use Mod Podge. Though I don't always like to use Mod Podge because I find it gets sticky. Although I have somebody, I think it was Juanette's Crafting Corner, said if you mix it with a little bit of water, then you don't have the tackiness, the stickiness with it. And I have not tried that really yet. She was doing her making rice paper, making your own rice paper out of paper napkins, and she suggested that as a tip, and I did use that for my my fairly successful attempt at making rice paper out of paper napkins. I think I was a bit heavy-handed, so I had quite a few tears, but I have that for a project I'm going to do for a tag swap that I'm hoping to get to today. I'm going to get my tags made as I'm getting my swap partner tomorrow. That's Oak House Journals tag swap with Carol. Carol hosts those a few times a year. I think she's doing them quarterly now this year, and it's great fun. And she has a great channel. I love Carol. She's a super duper nice lady and very, very supportive. She's always very encouraging of me and my pursuits. She was cheering on my efforts at my videos because she's been making them for a lot longer. And needless for me to say, she's much better at it than I am. But I hope to continue to improve. And some days I do think I'm better, and some days I think I'm just a bit off. Although I will say my friend Gail did a video recently that she said she was just having an off day, and Gail has made hundreds of videos. If you haven't seen her channel, I'm sure you have, Gail Augustinelli on YouTube, and she does a bang-up job. She does a great job. So if even Gail has off days, I guess I can expect myself to be no different. But I am enjoying making my videos and chatting with you. My subscribers are slowly building. So if by chance you'd like to, please subscribe to my channel. I get very excited when my numbers go up a little bit. It's kind of validating. It's not kind of validating. It is validating. It's like, oh, there are people that are finding me and they're interested in what I'm doing. That's really nice. Really nice encouragement. Okay, so there's those. And so now I'll have to oh gosh, cannot get the glue pin back in the glue bottle. I'll have to let this dry, I think, before I add another layer, but let's, as Rachel would say, let's audition and see if we like this. These are from a book of flowers. That's a little too big. Let's see. These are all book pages, and oh, there's another thing I was gonna mention to you. I thought I had another tip. Sometimes when you get junk mail, there are parts of it that are nice. You know, like that's a happy family picture there with a dog and a lady sitting there with the pretty flowers in the background. My bank wanted something from me, but anyway, so all these smiling, happy faces or peaceful faces. Sometimes, you know, that's another option. So I just cut away the businessy parts of the ad and kept those to use. This one had a nice piece of art on it. That might work on this one, although it's blue, so perhaps I should save it for the blue. Oh, see, here I'm doing it just the opposite way of what I told you. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to cut this one up. Anyway, there's another piece for my postal, metered postal. Ooh, sorry for the cellophane rattle. Ooh, that's noisy. Sorry. Sorry, that's so loud. Do a little fussy tearing on this. I'll come back and harvest this piece later. But let's tear this one down and see. Oops. Try not to tear all the edges off of it. Just another little idea for reusing the stuff we get that would otherwise end up in the trash, and it's pretty. Somebody made it. Somebody created it, and I liked it. Hello, Sid. My kitty Sid has come to visit. Would you like me to move this? Okay, Kiki. Okay, my bud. I keep thinking he's going to be my YouTube video kitty, but he's not. Good, Sid. Do you want to be in the video? Do you want to be in the video? Don't get in there. Please don't knock that over. That's my scrap basket. Please don't knock that on the floor. It's full of little bits of paper, which I know you would like to play with, but let's not do that. So, yeah, something like this. It just adds a little bit more. Just another layer. Nope. He's going to get in his spot. We have a little TV in this room, and there's a lamp behind it. And between the TV and the lamp, there's a nice little flat spot that Sid just fits perfectly in. And all you can see is the little fluffy side of his face, because he is a floofy kitty. Floofy kitty. Okay. Out of that stack of stuff. Anyway, that was another idea that I thought I would mention to you. So just a good way to use bits and pieces that we get. Go ahead and glue this on since I like it, because if I don't, I'll scoop it up when I clean off my desk, and then I won't know where it went. And I'm trying to be more organized. I am not succeeding, I will tell you, though. I am trying. I keep saying I'm going to sit and sort all the stuff that I've carried upstairs to use in these videos and put all like things together, because I tend to take everything from a project and scoop it up and set it off to the side and move on to the next project. And that results in mess, as you can imagine, and results in me not being able to find things, which, you know, results in me being frustrated. Frustrated at my own behavior since I make the mess. But anyway, let's, there we go. And then this cover, it's coming along nicely. This cover was not an Amazon cover. It was another padded envelope that I had. And it's much stiffer and firmer than the Amazon packaging. And it's still gonna make a nice journal cover, but I was challenged in getting the cover to bend like I wanted it to. And so another thing I was going to mention to you, when you get your covers done, to this point if you want to see where they're gonna, where your spine's gonna be, so you can kind of decorate around it. I find it helpful. Use something round, like this happens to be like a king size knitting needle. I have something else downstairs that I use that I can't think of right now, but if you have a piece of PVC pipe or really anything that's round, it doesn't have to be this big. This was just easier for me to use. And also, if you find the cover to be a little bit too stiff, you can take it and roll it along, you know, just a little bit and kind of make it not quite as stiff when you're trying to get your spine, or if you want a little bit more bend in your cover than what you have when you get everything glued on. But yeah, something round and not too big around. I don't know if you could use you probably could use a soup can, or, oh, I bet you could use this. This is probably what I used when I was downstairs. Glue bottle, because, you know, I got glue bottles. That's also a good way to roll it. It just kind of softens it up a little bit, and then you can fold it and see where you're going to be. You don't need to do a hard fold because you're going to have pages in there. It also helps you know what size it's going to be. And I don't think I ever measured this one for you guys. Okay, let's see, what do we got? We got just about 9, and yeah, it's just shy of 6. We have 5 7/8 or so. Not that I'm good with those little measures. But this should be a good size for a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, I think. This is a glue paper, so yeah. So that'll be good. We won't have to look for smaller pages, but that's where we are on that. And oh, I have kept you here a whole half an hour again, or a little plus maybe. So just some ideas, another step in the project. And so I think we probably have 2 more installments of this particular thing. I'll stop drumming on the table. Sorry about that. Couple more installments of this project before we have it done. Maybe one more on the cover, and then another for our signatures. Oh, I think this is going to be a single signature. Yeah, of junk mail. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Here's the other one that we did the next step on, and then this is I guess technically probably the 3rd step for this one. So anyway, it's the Scrappy Journal coming along. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you will join me again soon. Bye-bye for now.